This is Bekkr. Welcome to the workbench. Let's make something. First, let's do something a little slower than that. Like that. Start with throwing in maybe a simple little arpeggio here. Add a level output just to prevent things from going crazy. Let's get that going. Right. For an envelope, we'll just do like a simple tag to K. We'll tie that to a VCA. And that. And now let's throw in a voice. What should we do? Some pulse width modulation. Yeah. Let's make this a little snappier. Like that. Okay, let's throw an LFO on the pulse width modulation. Just like a slowly moving thing. Not too much, just. Yeah, just preventing it from being static. All right, and let's get that going with some melody here. So in Bekkr, we have this thing called a harmony lane. And essentially it allows me to create a sequence. Start with a key. Sure, let's do C. Mode, let's do minor. And then let's do something really classic here, like a 2-5-1. And actually, let's run a couple of ones here. And then maybe end it with a... Let's do a 4. See how that sounds. So now we want to add the arpeggiator here. Let's do 7th maybe. I think I've used that in a demo before, but just sounds nice. Let's have it span 2 octaves. And what should we do for pattern? Maybe this. Alright, we can make it a little louder here. There we go. And then let's it's kind of a trick in Bekkr diatonic sequencers. The idea is that it's a sequencing of changes to the notes being picked. And so if I put it in where it's kind of like in a polymeter along with the actual app, then it's going to give us a really nice continuously changing melody. And in fact, let's add a second one here. Maybe this one will do full octave down. And let's make it 6 steps. Maybe that's too much. Let's also just do 2 steps down. Just minor variations here. Alright, and then at the end, let's maybe throw in just a simple filter. Just soften things a little bit. And how about a separate LFO for that? So, and then now that we have that, we can maybe give it just a little bit of resonance, just to accentuate that. And actually, why don't we add a little bit of drive here too? Do we make this a little? No, let's keep them as a little snappy. All right, that's looking good. And it sounds a little dry, so maybe down here in our main bus, let's I'll start by adding a drive. It's essentially just like a little tan function. It's gonna compress things a little bit and add a little bit of saturation. But now we can also use that to kind of adjust the volumes going into the main bus change here. So chain. Let's do maybe a plate reverb. A little shorter. And a little lighter in the mix. Sounds good. And then let's do, so I have these, this thing, I'm calling it a color component. It's probably not the right description, but it's essentially like kind of like, you can think of it as a fingerprint of a style. There's a couple of different ones. And it's a combination of EQ, band compression, and there's just a very short convolution filter that just smears things a little bit in a way that creates character. Let's not have it fully on, maybe. Yeah, that sounds good to me. And then maybe we'll add a glue compressor at the end. Also, maybe not as much. Alright. Yeah, might be good as it. And then just to give us a little spectrum analyzer here, it'll just give us an idea as we're messing with other things, what we're actually seeing. Right. Let's try to add like a pad under here. And this will be notoriously loud because we're not going to run it through an envelope. So I'm just going to turn it way down before I toss it in. It's just this one here. Yeah. So one of the things you can probably hear is that it's picking up the harmony lane and it's creating a chord that matches that chord. We have some different options here. We can choose the voicing. And it'll take effect every time it changes chords. So that makes sense if you are modulating that, for example. It would only take effect from the next chord change. Make it the 7th here. And then that also, there's 2 options here for basically voice leading, whether it's gonna try to make it smooth with the changes or like parallel changes to it. So let's see what octave we want this in. Now I do think it needs to be higher. Adjust the shape up a little bit. It basically goes from being an analog sounding saw to a square. Detune is just the different elements, how far from each other, and this is probably tighten that up a little bit. And glide is when we do have changes, how long does it take until it falls into the new. You can try to set that way up. See once it gets to the 4 chord over here. That was like maybe too long of a glide for this, but it's nice to have just a little. It makes it a little more smooth and under. Right, and Let's try to add maybe an audio gate on this. So this will be a sequenced gate. So let's try to create something here. Slightly smoother shape. No delay on this. Let's tie it together. And maybe a reverb after that too. And maybe a compressor at the end of this, just to tighten it and make it fit together. Maybe a slightly longer release here. Go. Want it. Yeah, maybe a little more in the background here. Let's try making this one faster and give more of a make this shorter. Now what we can also do with this one is you could, for all of this, throw in a filter bank to give it some motion. Alright, that made it sound very quiet. Let me just turn the width of these individual filters way down. Give us a bit of level again so we can hear it. And then let's do a whole series of elbows here. Yeah, let's make them quite a bit slower, but crucially, let's make sure they're all running at different times so they're like out of phase with each other. And then we will tie them in here. Let's try to do them in sequence like this first. Let's maybe make the ones in the center here be impacted a little bit more. Resonance down a little bit. Just to get an idea of this, let's throw a spectrum analyzer in here. That. We can maybe add one more quick chain here. Let's do what do we want to do? Let's put clock divider in first. Maybe throw like not a full beat on here, but maybe just like a hi-hats here. Let's throw a level adjustment in here too. We can keep it tamed. And I'll throw a delay on here. Maybe what we want to do here is step LFO and tie the delay to that, so kind of let's throw a reverb in here too. Let's throw an LFO on here. Actually, how about we do modulation sequencer? So this essentially is the same as the other. It's like a little 8-step sequencer that we can then tie to something. So let's try to tie it to the noise component here. And now we can sequence that. So let's do something that's a bit of a recognizable pattern there. Let's throw a compressor in here on its own too. With a shorter release. Short tag, a little harder. Threshold down. Alright. Alright, man. That might be it.